Good morning. Hello, welcome. How is everybody? I am a little bit early, and I'm even earlier than usual because we're starting at 11 today rather than 12. It's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to everyone. And Mum and I are taking Dad to, just had an email to say that I've gone live, that's good to know. We're taking Dad to see Top Gun Maverick at the cinema at 1:30, so we're going to need to leave at 1. So I would need to have stopped the hangout at like quarter to 1. So I thought I'd start a little early today so that we could hang out for a little bit longer. So Wilhelmine is here. Hello, welcome. Julie says hi, lovelies. Hello. Caroline says hello, lovelies. Happy Sunday. I can read, honestly. Hello. How is everyone? What is everyone up to? Fanny's here. Hello. So I have got my By Hand London Anna tops here, but I thought rather than try and sew this, because I am going to do a video of the order of operations of sewing a fully lined top. That's something that lots of people have been asking for, so I thought I would give that a go with these. By Hand London have asked me not to do a sew along for the Anna dress because they are going to be doing a video course themselves. But I think the order of operations using that pattern should be okay, because I do sew it quite differently to the way that they do. And it is the same order of operations I use for most things. So I'm kind of thinking it'll be all right. I don't know. We'll see. Karen's here. Good morning. Sharon says good morning. Trusting UK is here. Hello, welcome. So I have got those to do, but like I say, I want to film a video for that. So I thought after the couple of videos that I put out over the weekend, I was thinking maybe I would get out some of my dress patterns and kind of have a look through and see if there were any that I really want to try, but I haven't gotten around to picking out. So sorry, the internet seems to be a bit sketchy today. Hopefully it doesn't fluff up too much. But yeah, I thought maybe I'd get out some of my patterns and have a look at them and see about ones that maybe I want to try. So what do you think? There are a lot of patterns over there. A lot of patterns. Yeah. Still, we shall see. Velvet Vixen says, good morning, lovelies. Hello, Gorgeous says, good morning. It's afternoon here in Qatar. It is indeed. Good afternoon. So yeah, let me grab a section, because I have got them split up into sections. So I'll grab a section and bring it over and try not to break my phone. Please don't have cracked the screen. It hasn't. That is good. I'm like a walking nightmare, really. Okay, wrap dresses. Let's have a look at some of these wrap dresses, because I think it's going to be quite interesting as well, because I would imagine that the majority of these are going to be fit and flare, because that's what I like. But it is going to be interesting. Julie says, I think that no matter what you do, it will help me procrastinate. Awesome. Okay, so first one, Vogue 9313, which is this one, which has got like button up down the front. Close fitting wrap dress, have hook and bar closure and length and sleeve variation. Bands and sash cut on the bias. Button front, straight skirt, full skirt. Note, separate pattern pieces are included for the A, B, C, and D cups. So it has a yoke and it has a shoulder yoke. Yeah, I kind of like that one. I probably would make the sleeveless version. A little bit worried about those bands being cut on the bias and then going on the bias, but I suppose maybe that would be good. I would definitely, because it has a separate sash, but I would definitely change this from hooks and bar closures to a full wrap dress, because wrap dresses I much prefer when they are properly, like, you know, you can properly tie them with a wrap. I find that the hooks and bars are fine for fit at that one particular weight, but I find the ones with the wraps all the way through much more versatile, because you can put weight on or lose weight and then still, you know, adjust the dress accordingly. So yeah, I think I like that one. I do like that one a lot, actually. Then we've got McCall's 7801, which I also very much like. The kind of lapel revere collar is very like the Zimmerman dress. I would probably put that collar with this type of skirt though. I also like the cape detail that comes with this one. That is a nice dress. That is a very nice dress. Ooh. I mean, this is the thing. I picked all these patterns, so I'm going to like them all, but yeah. Sharon says, order the 9076 from Amazon for the sew along. Loved what you did with all the piping. I really liked it. Oh, thank you. Yes, I am very pleased with how this one's come out on the bodice. I do like this one with the skirt. I really do. I think that it needs a different skirt on it. It needs a skirt that's got gathering at the back and the front. The original only has gathering at the front, which I like. But I think what I might do for the sew along is go back to the original skirt, but cut the, rather than do the placket at the front, make it a button up the whole way up and down. But the thing with that is it did lead to some odd kind of gaping at the front, and it does fit, and there was room in it, and it's not too small. But I'm thinking I like the idea of sewing the having a side zip to get in and out of it, and not having the buttons be the closure method, because if you sew everything down, then yeah. I have some tweaks that I want to do to this one. I do really like it. I will wear this one, but I have some tweaks that I want to try for it. Chris says, good evening from Adelaide. Good evening. Right, the McCall's 7892. This one I have made, and there's a sew along for it. I really like it. The sleeves were slightly weirdly tight at the top. They are fitted at the top and then go out to bell sleeves at the bottom. So I thought that was a little odd. And also the skirt is very short, so I want to lengthen the skirt of this. But I do really like this wrap top. But I have made this one already, so that's not the point, is it? We're supposed to be trying new patterns. Nimway's here. Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome. We've got McCall's 7745. I love this one. I really love this one. This one particularly. Now I love the look of it, but I have made wrap dresses in the past with those kind of sleevey doodads on them, and I found them really, really restrictive. And these are very skinny straps on this one as well. So I do like it. I mean, obviously I like it because I bought it, but I think maybe actually view C would be more along the lines of something that I would actually want to wear. And I do like ruffles on these as well. So, Nimoy says, I'm getting into hand quilting on a rainy Sunday. Ooh, nice. Marissa says, hi, peeps. Hope you're all having a good weekend. Very good, thank you. How about you? This one is awesome. This is the 7081. It is a faux wrap with a side zip. Although looking at it, you could totally put in a back zip if you wanted to. One of the things I like about this, though, is that whilst it's a faux wrap, it does have a waistband, so I would be able to finish the interior the way that I like. Yeah, this one's good. I like this one a lot. Ooh, maybe this one could get made out of one of the cotton lawns because it says cotton blends, chambray, sateen, and linen. I like this one. Yeah, I'm going to put that one out because I think that one could be a good one. Then we've got one of the newer McCall's 8036, which is Sasha, the Sasha dress, because they named them for a while. Crepe, challis, cotton blend, stable knits. Oh, interesting. Stable knit in this one could be fun. Marissa says, it was good, thank you. I went to an exhibit at Queensland Embroidery Guild yesterday and Spotlight today. Ooh, nice. Did you buy fabric? Julie says, the last two maxi dresses with spaghetti straps I wore were made by pros and they broke. Oof, ouch. Finnegan says, good morning, Shan and Peeps, good morning. Chris says, we have COVID in our family, so can't concentrate on sewing, watching Outlander from the beginning and doing some gentle crocheting. Oh, feel better soon. Julie says, one was my sister's wedding and the other one was at my own. Oh, wow, ouch. Yeah, that's not good. I do like this one. It's not like my immediate, like, oh yeah, that's my favorite though. So I'm going to put that one to the side for now. I will make all these at some point, I'm sure. Next, we've got McCall's 8088, Gianna. It's a much more slinky fitted dress. I think this one I would do view B or maybe C. It doesn't look great on the model there though. And she has a very up and down figure. So, but it does say you can do this in knits and a stable knit. Possibly, but again, 6554, we know and love this one. I do want to use this one. I had to pick one of these fabrics out for this one, but I have made 3 of them, so maybe I should try something different. But we do love this one, and there is a sew along for that one. Michelle says, good morning from Bermuda. Happy Father's Day to the fellas in your lives. Good morning, Michelle. Next, we've got Butterick 5030. I know this is an old pattern. Lots of people have made this one. I really ought to give this one a try. Yeah, it's another one that's hooks and eyes, which I would convert into a proper wrap dress. But I love the little collar on it. I do love the fluttery sleeves. It's got yokes. Very similar to the Sew Over Eve dress. This one is nice. I like this a lot. So that can go in the maybe pile rather than the Sew Over Eve dress, because I have a lot of these ones, as you guys know. And then we've got the Now and Then Florin wrap dress and skirt, which is gorgeous. And I have some fabric picked out for this one, but it's not fabric that works in with the leaf collection. So that one can go to the side for now. Marissa says, hey, I did indeed. I got some knit fabric on a huge markdown to try making a turtleneck for the first time. Ooh, nice. Which pattern are you going to use? I used the True Bias. Did I? No, I used the Paola turtleneck, named Paola turtleneck t-shirt, and I really liked it. Anna's here. Hey, yeah, how are you? How are you? Hey, Peeps. Very well, thank you, Anna. How are you? Right, so let me put these back and we'll go. The next one's shirt dresses, of which there are many more. Well, I mean, button-up dresses, these are classed as. Got the Nina Lee Q dress. I have made this once before out of some leafy fabric, actually, this one. And this is when I realized that whilst these doodads look fantastic, they are incredibly restrictive. So if I make this one again, I need to I lengthen the torso by 1 inch and I need to lengthen it by another 2 inches at least. So this is definitely one that I would need to make a muslin for. And then I also really like this one as well. I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. I'm going to yawn. Anna says, I'm okay, just tired. Oh, we had a very late night last night, so a little bit tired here too. Chris says, what fabric did you buy, Marissa? I bought stretch fabric with bees on it for my grandchildren from Spotlight yesterday. Nice. Trisha's here. Morning, peeps. Good morning, Trisha. So yeah, I have made this before, just the once. So it was a while ago, so I probably would need to retrace this anyway because I have put on some weight since then. I do like both versions. If I make this one again, I would keep the doodads off because I just found them, I couldn't raise my arms and I didn't like that. So I would probably not do that. Ooh, that one I had earlier. Maybe. But I do really like this dress. I really want to try this dress. Then we've got the Sew Over It Leah dress. Mum's made this one and it looked really nice on her, but she didn't like it. It was very low cut. So I've not tried this one yet, but I do like it. I do like it. So there's that one. And then this is a Vogue Ralph Lauren 2716. This was a gift. It's, when was this printed? Where would I find the date on this? Because it seems very 80s to me. But there is no date on it. But I do like that. But again, this is one that I would have to experiment with. Like oversized, slouchy. I would cinch it in with a belt. But then I always cinch in things with belts, don't I? I've got the sash that comes with this dress on today because it just, you know, cinches everything in. You got to love a good cinch. Let's see. Julie says we had Father's Day on the 5th of May. Oh wow, okay. Well, yeah, I thought Father's Day was universal. It was Mother's Day that was differently spaced, but I like it. So yes. I bought Dad a couple of decks of 007 playing cards, which he very much enjoyed. And like I say, we're going to the cinema later. Elena says, hi, Shana Peeps. Hello. Caroline says, morning all. Good morning. Right, we've got the Vogue 9345. We all know I love that one. Vogue 9077. We all know I love that one. And I am going to use this one for the cotton border print because I think that picking out these pieces in that cotton border print is going to be really fun. 8577. Yes. We all know I've said that's three that I know and love. We're trying to pick new ones. Trisha says, love the dress you're wearing. The colour is gorgeous. Ah, thank you. Yes, it's the bottle green cotton lawn cobra corsage, and it is beautiful. I love it very much. I have this and a top by Hand London and a top from it because now, I mean, when I was thinking about it, I only perfected my less than a meter. Going to use it for like all my short lengths of fabric top in November or maybe even December. But it was late last year, so the fact that I'm making a million of them is not really a surprise because when I have 4 meters of fabric like this, the only thing I could squeeze out of the rest of it was the why are words so hard? Was the by Hand London and a top because you know the way that the amount of fabric that takes. So yeah, there will be a lot of them because I wear them and I can get them out of a meter of fabric. So yeah, that's definitely a TNT for me. And I think I've got like a very soft spot for the by Hand London Anna as well because it was the first thing that I sewed when I got back into sewing this time round. So about 8 years ago now. Is it 9? I think it might be 8. But yeah, it was the very first thing I sewed and I did my first full bust adjustment following their tutorial. I fully lined it. I learned about French seams and bias binding, and it was one of the best invisible zips I've ever put in. And I made it in a green fabric with gold foiled 4-leaf clovers on it, which was a quilting cotton. And that dress I also passed my driving test in. So that I've still got that. It doesn't fit me anymore, but I've still got that one. But yeah, the by hand London Anna dress is kind of what started all of this. So yeah, I think if I'd have tried something different that hadn't come out as well, then I might not be here today, because I might have gotten to the point where it's just like, oh no, I'm not very good at this, so putting it all away again. So I might not, this might not have even happened if it wasn't for that dress. So I do have a very soft spot for the by hand London Anna. So yeah. And then Moya says, our Father's Day was on May 26th. I think that one is all over the place. And for Mother's Day, only the UK goes rogue. Oh, okay. Interesting, interesting. Julie says, no, sorry, Fathering Day is the 5th of June. Mother's Day is the second Sunday in June. Oh, interesting. Marissa says, oh, so cute, Chris. I got kind of 70s style mandala print and a Chinese pavilion print in spandex knit. Ooh, nice. Marissa says, I've got the paper cut rise and full pattern to try, but might have to check out those ones too, Sean. It's the Paola, named Paola is the one that I've tried, and I really liked it. I've only made one, but I have fabrics down here that earmarked for it. One of them is the stripy rib knit, which is right at the bottom of this particular one here. So, but yeah, I liked that one. So, yeah. Julie says, Sunday, Caroline says, I have one of your key fobs in that green and gold fabric. Oh, that's a really special fabric for me, Caroline. So yeah, that is genuinely, without that dress turning out as well as it did. And I mean, looking back on it now, you know, I didn't do understitching, and there's, you know, there's a whole bunch of things that I would improve on it, but of course, you know, but without that dress, I genuinely don't think I'd be sitting here, because if it hadn't have come out as well as it did, then I can imagine that I would have just packed it all away again and just said no, and then end up doing something else. So yeah, the by hand London Anna has a very special place in my heart. Elena says, I'm sort of excited. My mum just landed in London and she promised to stop by the post office today or tomorrow. So you will have mail soon. Oh, exciting. Thank you. Thank you. Tricia says, if you like them and will wear them, why not? If I like something, I'll buy it in all the colours, sometimes buying the same a few times over. I've done that before. I actually did that. I have with Russian doll dress skirts from All Saints. They were fitted, there was a fitted kind of yoke and then huge full skirt with godays in it to make it even fuller. There was a lot of fabric in those, so they took up a lot of room in my wardrobe, and they didn't fit on my waist, even the smallest size. They kind of sat on my hips. Now they'd fit on my waist. They were meant to sit on your hips, but I kind of wish they were waist. They were my kind of like, I want these to be 1950s style skirts, but I still like them. And then I had a dress, an evening dress from Kukai. It was backless, V-necked, tiny little spaghetti straps with like a diamante bit here, split in the leg, very, very slinky. I wonder if I've got a photo of it. I know I have on Facebook, but I can't remember which year it's in. And I wore that because I used to go to a lot of events, and you know, it wasn't quite as weird as, you know, like I'm wearing this dress all of the time, but I used to wear that dress so frequently. Let's see, I've got any photos of it. Not in that year. What about this year? But yeah, I bought two of them. It was in the sale, and I was just like, I wear this one so often. The straps are so tiny. If I'd hate to ruin it, so I'm going to buy another one. Can I find a photo of it though? Can I? Heck. Oh no. I know I've got some pictures of me in it because they do come up every now and again. Oh no, so I don't think I've got any photos in my albums. I think somebody else has tagged me in it. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it, but I loved that dress. And yeah, I literally bought the same thing twice because it was one of those ones where it's like, this, I like it, I wear it, I feel comfortable in it, it suits me. And if I ruin this one, I want to have a fallback. But yeah, I used to do the same thing where I would wear or buy the repeats of items of clothing that I loved because it was something that fit me, and finding something that fit me on the high street was just one of those things that happened so infrequently. Oh, come on. I know I've got pictures of me in that dress on my Facebook. Where are they? Where are they? I've got, well, this is great. There's a picture of me in this dress, but I'm with the red arrows, but I'm holding a giant red arrows poster in front of myself with this. I actually gave him my phone number. He was very cute. So that was the red arrows. Oh, here we go. And again, it's not the entire, you can't see the entirety of the dress, but you know, it was a very simple, plain black dress, but it was one of those ones where it was just like, I like this. This looks good on me. Ah, here we go. Yeah. So I bought 2 of it because I was just like, well, I'm really worried that if I wear this and if I ruin it and I don't, you know, if it goes horribly wrong, I want to make sure I've got another one. So I wore it. Oh, look, there's me as a blonde. I wore it on many different occasions because, like I say, we went to a lot of different events. And like looking back at it now, definitely outside of my comfort zone. I used to think I had chubby legs. Oh my God, I want those legs back again now. Ah. So yeah. Yeah, a lot of the time we had to wear black outfits to events as well. So that was why I repeated that dress quite so frequently. Sometimes we were allowed to wear colour, but the majority of the times it was black. I had this dress made for me. It was like a Roland Mouret copy. I liked that dress a lot. I wore that to my interview actually at Playboy. Yeah, but no, I frequently and throughout the history of me getting dressed have always bought repeats of things that I find that I like. So yeah. Yes. Let's see. Where did I get to with the chart? Marissa says Australian Father's Day is in September. Oh wow. Okay. I thought it was like a standard, like everywhere is the 20th of June, but yeah. Let's see. Where did I get to? Where did I get to? Sharon says, yes, I also love the bottle green in snake and flower. Definitely on my wish list, saving up, lol. I have it on the lawn and the viscose, and I'm so pleased that I have it on both because I made a 7537 with the viscose with a roughly gathered skirt, and it's, you know, I like that I have a shirt dress, and I like that I have the other dress in it as well. Trisha says, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, 74 of us and 21 likes. That would be lovely if you could. Cecilia says, good day. Good day. And Yvonne says, morning, everyone. I'm a bit late to the party. Welcome, Yvonne. Doesn't matter if you're late, as long as you're here. So, yes, little trip back down memory lane there as well. So the next one is the Mimi G 8084 which I think is very much like the named Rita dress as well. It has a drawstring waist on it. I think it's got a concealed button placket and a little Nero collar or granddad style collar. It has yoke, button tabs. I do like this one. It says challis, chambray, charmeuse, crepe, crepe de chine, lightweight linen types, seersucker, shirtings, silky types. I do like this one. I mean, obviously, I like all of these because we've been through my patterns and like gotten rid of the ones that I definitely don't like. And there's over 100 patterns that went in that cull. I still need to put them on a D-stash or something. Actually, I'm thinking about doing that on Instagram, my pattern D-stash, because I was going to put them on the website. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just put them on the website because that would be easier, wouldn't it? Because that automatically calculates. Yeah, I'm going to put them on the website because putting them on Instagram gives a whole other layer of work of adding the postage to it, invoicing, whereas the shop will do all that automatically. And I have a shop, so I might as well make use of it. I do really like this one. I'm not, like, out of the ones that I've got out so far, it's not one that I want to try quite yet. It's going to be a lot of just me going, oh, but I like the fit and flare. Sharon says, what's the best, viscose or cotton lawn? You can't compare the two. It would be this shirt dress is definitely possible to make this in viscose. I haven't yet, but I've made this shirt dress in viscose and cotton lawn. The cotton lawn just is more kind of, it's got more body to it. It's still floaty and drapey, but it's got more body to it. With viscose, this would be kind of really properly kind of hanging. And for example, the 7537, which is the dress that I make with the ruffles and the ties, the very Gunny Sacks dress, that one I wouldn't make as out of cotton lawn because it would be too sticky outy. If I trimmed it all down and didn't put sleeves on and didn't put the ruffles on, then I could make that one in a cotton lawn. But viscose is just drapier. There are patterns that you can, like, for example, this one does say challis, so viscose, and shirtings. So you just give you very different looks depending on what type of fabric you use. Viscose very drapey. Cotton lawn has a little bit more stiffness to it, but it's not stiff. If that makes sense. Hopefully that does, Sharon. Ellen's here. Good morning, lovely peeps. Good morning, Ellen. And Sal says, good day, Sean and peeps. Good day, Sal. Good evening for you, actually, isn't it? Next is the 1880 from Simplicity. It's got a side zip in it. It has the faux wrap over at the front, which I find really annoying, so no. This one was from the very lovely Nancy. She sent her other half to go pattern shopping for me in America, which was very nice of her because Nancy is in Canada, and then they sent them over to me, which, oh, hello. So yeah, I actually really, really like this one. 9040. I really like this version. I do like the high neck version, but not with the long sleeves. And I do like the patch pockets, but I think I probably wouldn't do the patch pockets. I would probably do this one. And patch pockets have never been my favorite thing. And it's not that there's anything wrong with them, but they're just not my favorite detail. So I think I would put in side pockets if I made it out of a cotton. This one wants chambray, cotton types, gingham, linen types, poplin, sateen, shirtings. So yeah, this one is saying like a more structured bit fabric like this, not viscose. This could look really interesting in viscose. But yeah, I like this one. So that one's going on the pile. Butterick 6091, princess seamed shirt dress with concealed placket and godets in it. Fitted bodice dress has princess seams, collar and collarband, sleeve variations, side seam pockets and godays, concealed button placket, closing, and narrow hem. I do like this one, but again, not quite what I want to do for this summer. We've got 6090. Mum actually bought this at one of the knitting and stitching shows. And I really like the neckline on this one. You can see it better on view A there. And I would do something along the lines of, I would make the dress up in a like a print and then use a sheer for the little drapey bit around the top. I think that could look really interesting. It would be interesting to work out how to do that nicely with finishing off the sleeves and stuff. But again, this is not one that I want to do immediately, so that one can go to the side. Caroline says, really love the 9040. Yeah, me too. That's definitely gone on the to be done soon pile. I'm going to put these in my little basket over to the left here to be like, you know, don't forget you've kind of like, you like these patterns. Right. So, Sal says, yeah, it's 8:30 p.m. and after 2 days cosplaying, I'm exhausted, which is funny because I cosplayed the Lord of Dreams. Lol. Nice. Paula says, hey peeps, I finally got time to hear your live stream. Yay. Hi Paula, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Nimue says, while you're mentioning side zips, I'm going to put one in the next 7626 because the hook and I sit on one spot on my back and I can't reach, and nobody's awake after I finish work at midnight. Yeah, you need clothes you can get in and out of, for sure. For sure. I always eliminate hooks and eyes. I put my zips so that they go right to the top because I hate trying to get hooks and eyes done up and can never do it on myself. So yeah, you definitely side zip is a good plan. Right, Butterick 6702. I actually recommended this one for Carolina Herrera, like Jeep, and I do like this one, but it doesn't really scream summer to me, but that's because all of them have got long sleeves. I'm sure it'd be really easy to do short sleeves or actually do sleeveless, which is a preference of mine for shirt dresses. This one's sleeveless, so I do like that one, but it's not for spring, summer. Well, summer now, isn't it? Paula says, are you talking about shirt dresses? I'm currently working on my first McCall's 6891. We do love a 6891. I hope if you need it, I hope you find the sew along helpful. Right, so we've got Butterick 6726, and I have both size bundles of this. This is a really kind of either 80s or 30s, depending on the fabric you use, kind of leaning dress. I like this version. It is kind of double-breasted with the buttons. And again, it would be this version that I would do, not this version, because although I could trace it out, but it just looks very smart and sort of like business smart to me, which is just how it reads to my eye. The fuller, fluffier skirt is much more casual, which might sound daft to people, but for me, that's definitely just how my brain works. So yeah. Then we've got the Hawthorn dress from Colette Patterns. This is very kind of, well, not very, but it's sort of similar to the Orchid dress, which I am doing from Deer and Dove. So no, not going to put that one in. I am going to put this one in, and for some reason, this really reminds me of this one. So I might not make both of these, but this is the Sewaholic Nicola pattern, and I really like that one. I really like that one. So I might not make both of those. And this one, does this one have a side zip? How does this one do? Because it's got buttons down the front. but then I am intrigued. How does this one do up? Inquiring minds want to know. So 6 is skirt front and back, which is cut on the fold. 7 skirt side. Okay. How do you get in and out of this one? So you've got to do the buttons and then you sew it up. Is it just big enough that it's got an elasticated waist that it goes on and off? I think it is. Interesting. Yeah, you need to put through the channel for elastic. So, okay, interesting. So this one is elasticated at the waist, so it's big enough for you to slip in and out of, which is very interesting. So yeah, let's see. Sunny Sparkle says, I neither wear dresses or can sew, but watch this because it's interesting. I don't know what the cheese she is on about. I'm so glad that you enjoy the channel, even though it is not something that you actually actively do. But thank you for joining us, Sunny Sparkles. Sandra says, hi from Australia. Good evening. Good evening, lovely. Paula says, gosh, do you have a sew along? I need to check that out. I do indeed have a sew along. Lots of people asked for it because of this collar. So hopefully that helps. And the sew along is chaptered so that you should be able to go through and pick out the bits that you need. And I talk you through fully lining this one as well. It's fully lined, just because the first one I made was from a sheer, well, a white background fabric, so it was slightly see-through, and I have now decided that I prefer it fully lined. But yeah, this one is a full button-up dress, and then this one is a slip-on dress. I think I prefer the look of this one, but I am going to keep both of them out because I think that is, oh dear, every single pattern that I have picked is fit and flare. Okay, it's fine. And then we've got the penny, which is the new Colette packaging. Old packaging, new packaging. And this was a gift from Elise. And I do really like it. But again, I think I'm going to stick, yeah. But I'm definitely going to use this Vogue dress for the panel print with the stripes, because I think that's going to be really effective. I know somebody commented that me going through like my stash and my patterns was getting a little bit repetitive, but this is something that brings me joy. And it really, you know, if I'm feeling a bit down, which you guys know the beginning of this year I totally have been, fondling fabric and like rearranging fabric and then going through my patterns and things really does bring me joy. So I enjoy this, and I hope you guys do too. The comment section on the video the other day was really interesting. The majority of you could see the point of this commenter, but then also was just like, you know, it also has to be sustainable and not wasteful, so you do you. Lots of people were saying that I should make stuff for other people, and it's just not going to happen. That nearly killed my love of sewing. Mum and I are going to make a dress together, the Sew Over It Doris dress. Mum really likes my one, and she's tried it on, and actually it fits her, but so it means that we need to go up one size for Mum's. And then there's a whole bunch of like tweaks that I want to make to it because it's got a side zip and I don't like that, so I want to make it a back zip. And I don't like how you finish off the front because there's a crossover, so I want to eliminate that and put a faux placket down the front. and which the button goes onto, because I like the button up detail, but you don't need it to get in and out of the dress. So we're going to make a whole bunch of changes to that dress, but we're going to do it at the same time. So we're going to then sew the dresses together, so that you guys can see the process of putting that together. And Mum, I mean, I've asked her and she's never said, I want you to make me something. I think Mum enjoys making her own stuff. She wants help and guidance and enjoys me doing that with her. So, you know, like, oh, you know, this is how you do the thing, or she follows my sew-alongs and stuff like that. But I don't think she wants me to make her clothes. I'm not going to make shirts for Dad. Once one commenter suggested I make shirts for Wilson. It was like, nah, I won't be doing that. But yeah, there was a lot of suggestions for, you know, make stuff for your niece, and then you can make stuff that's outside of your comfort zone, but still would be more interesting rather than just repetitive fit and flare. And it's just like, nah, sorry. It almost killed my love of sewing, and I don't want my love of sewing to go away, because I have to. My love of sewing cannot diminish until this has been completed. And there is going to be more added to this, so that's a never-ending challenge. But yeah, I think it's definitely interesting. It was definitely interesting, and there were some long-time subscribers that were like, yeah, probably I am watching a little bit less because what you're doing is very repetitive at the moment. So, you know, and it's like, okay, cool, it's good to know. And I agree, the beginning of this year has not gone according to plan. My filming schedule, and when I look back over the months in my bullet journal and the videos that I've put out, it's just like, that is not what I wanted. This is not what I had intended, but life happens and you have to roll with the punches. So yeah, but I did really find it interesting, and the discussion in the comments was also really, really interesting. So yeah, but this is fun. I enjoy this, but I am picking out fit and flare dresses. Let's see. Where did I get to? Sal says, this is why I'm glad to be a man. Our things are simple and easy to get on and off. Yeah. Paula's doing all the hearts for the sew along. Hopefully you find it helpful, Paula. Sal says, except when I'm cosplaying, of course, that can be very complex to put on and off. Yes. Maria says, oh geez, don't stop going through your patterns with us. It's so fun. I'm glad you guys enjoy it, because like I said, this is my happy place. And I have, the things that I put out are usually things that make me happy and give me joy. And I'm hoping that they do for other people as well. And I think that is some of the beauty of my channel, is that it's always me just being enthusiastic and over the top in love with the things that I'm doing. And that was a predominant theme in the comment section the other day as well. It was just like, your enthusiasm and joy of sewing the things that you do is wonderful. Like, so many of you are like, I love Cobra Corsage, but then so many of you were like, I hate it, or not my favorite, I would never wear it, but I love watching you make it because it brings you such, you know, you get so happy about it. And I have to say, it has been really nice putting it all together and getting it sewn up, because there's been Cobra Corsage lengths in my stash for the longest time that I've just been so worried about fluffing up and making the wrong thing with. And it's like, it could happen forever. It's the same with like the foliage canopy, and that's why there's so much of that. And I think it's one of those things that pushing myself to get all of my Cobra Corsage sewn up did get repetitive. I get it. It did, you know, seeing the same print over and over again. Hopefully that's why this will be slightly more interesting for you guys. But it was one of those things where it's like, this is such a good exercise for me, because it means that I am using fabrics that I love and that I've hoarded, and giving myself the push to actually sew them up and then wear them, rather than just leave them in fabric form. So yeah. Carolyn says, when you do the back zip on the Doris, talk us through it, please. Yeah, I will. Like I say, Mum and I are going to make a video about that. Mum's already picked out her fabric. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use, but it will be one of these ones back here. And I am going to talk you guys through my whole thought process of, because I actually fully lined it as well, but I kept the facings. So I used the facing to then draft the lining pieces. So I'll show you how I do that. and I'm going to show you how I put the back zip in, because I can understand why they put in a side zip, but it's really going to be easy to put in a back zip. And there is a centre back seam on the skirt already, so you just have to add the centre back seam to the dress. And because of the way the ties are positioned, that might have been the reason that they did, because then you'd end up with a little bit of bulk from the back zip. But again, I think it'll be okay. But yeah, so Mum and I are going to do a video together of us tweaking the Doris pattern so that we both end up with a dress that we love out of it, and then we'll do like a review, from the perspective of a 43-year-old 5'8", my size, and then a 70-year-old 5'3.5", probably 4.5, but I think she's shrunk a little bit. And show you we've actually the same bodice, the same length of torso on both me and then Fitz Mum as well. So she's another one with a long torso. So yeah, I think it could be quite an interesting video with a side-by-side comparison for it. Nimue says, there are so many of us that have loudly enabled you going through your various stashes. I think it's safe to say there's an audience for it. I mean, this is the thing. I love doing this, and it's my happy place, and it's nice sharing it with you guys, and it's nice sharing it with like-minded people. So I'm going to keep doing things that make me happy. I used to when I used to do commissions, it would be like commissions, new to me pattern, and a T&T, so that there was some variety. And I have kind of started, well, I mean, I say that I've done 9 new patterns this year. And the other things that I have made a lot of repeats of a pattern, so there are a lot of repeats in there, but T&T's for a reason. And yeah, after the camisole month and the trouser debacle, I need to balance the kind of like successes and wins with the experiments for sure. Trisha says, I love seeing your pattern collection and fabric collection as well. That's awesome, because I don't think I'm going to stop doing that. Amy says, love your pattern and fabric discussions. One of the many reasons I watch. Thank you. Caroline says, it took me years to come back to sewing after making for others. Yeah, it really, really nearly killed my love of it. And I don't want to do that again. So every now and again, I will make something for one of my loved ones, but it's very infrequent. And I know we call it selfish sewing, but I don't think that is selfish sewing. I think for a lot of people, sewing is their happy place. And I think that you need to do it in such a way that is good for your mental health, because if you're doing it and it's giving you stress, then it becomes something that you then don't go back to and don't want to touch. And if it's your happy place, you don't want to destroy your happy place. Kathleen says, I'm looking forward to that shopping trip you mentioned. Yeah, me too. I'm planning it for November. I think November is going to be a good time to do it. There'll be a Goldhawk Road meetup. I'm going to stay up in London overnight. I'm going to head to Oxford Street, buy my Levi jeans that I want, unless I've made the Dawn jeans beforehand and can perfect them, and then do a personal shopping experience, or just go and try a bunch of stuff on in a department store. And we'll see if like trying on different silhouettes and things that I maybe will then want to come back and make. Roseanne says, good morning from Guyana. I love your channel. Thank you, Roseanne. Monica says, good morning, Sean. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Sharon says, love going through patterns and good sewing information too. Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining me whilst I am in my happy place. Elaine says, love to be able to share in your happy place. Thank you. Elena says, I love your fit and flare, and your content makes me happy because of all the colours. There is a lot of colours. Teresa says, I love seeing your pattern and fabrics. It brings me joy also to do the same. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is the thing. This is self-soothing. It really is. Kim says, I also don't sew clothing, but I'm here because your personality is warm, welcoming, and lovely. I'm a quilter with a real desire to make clothing item eventually. Oh, cool. Very cool, Kim. Have you seen the video that we did with Mum for all of her art quilts and quilts that she's made over the years? If you search quilts on the channel, there are a couple of videos about quilts that I've made. I've still got to finish one. I've made, how many have I made? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I mean playmat, but yeah, I've made 4 quilts. I really want to have a go at one of the Judy Niemeyer quilts. My first one was a double wedding ring quilt, so you know it's nothing like biting off more than you can chew. Kathleen says, seeing all the different ways you use fabric in all its varied colorways opened up a lot of ideas for me when now I think about if I can get another meter or two, what else can I squeeze out of it? I think as well, the curator closet really was something that was really helpful to me. I bought the book, read it cover to cover, and then bought the workshop and printed it all out. And I really enjoyed that process, and it really helped me narrow down stuff that I like wearing and want to wear. So yeah, I like having multiples of stuff from the same print. Like I say, I've got 2 dresses in this colorway and this print, and then I've got a top as well. And I'm really pleased that I've got all those things because it just allows me to have some variety when I get dressed. If I want to wear green snakes, I have 3 options. Christine says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Julie says, ugh, my math class. Oh no. Monica says, I love being part of a sewing community. Your happiness is contagious. I want to sew now too because I want to love wearing my dresses that fit me, my style, just like you do. Yeah, and I think that was, we had the neighbours over for dinner last night, and Amy, our next door neighbour, was like, can I see the sewing room? I haven't seen it yet. And it's like, yeah, of course. We came down. She's like, oh my gosh, wow. It's like, I know, I love it in here. It's just, this is totally my little happy Shan cave, or Shan shed, sewing shed. And you know, she saw this one. She was like, oh, that's amazing. And then I showed her the Dolce & Gabbana fabric, and it was just one of those things where it was just like, it just really, I love sharing this with people, and it brings me so much joy. And it's just lovely. Caroline says, if you weren't happy and enjoying it, the videos wouldn't be as watchable. I agree. I think I mean, lots of YouTubers are given the advice to niche down as much as possible and then become the expert in your niche and become the go-to for your niche. There are so many channels out there, and lots of people were suggesting that I do similar things to other channels. And whilst I'm willing to try those things, like making a block and then making patterns from it, like there's already an expert in that field doing that, and I don't want to then try and compete with her videos to be like, oh, I'm doing exactly the same thing as this other channel. And whilst I do put out sew alongs, they actually aren't my best performing videos, but I do enjoy doing them, and I enjoy bringing you guys the tips and tricks that I find and the tweaks that I do to the patterns. I have got the mini tutorial series, and I do add to that occasionally when I have a new thing that I'm like, oh, that's really cool, and I haven't featured that yet. But after a while, that will run out because there are only so many tips and tricks of doing the thing. I also commented that I very rarely show putting an invisible zipper in full detail, because whenever I do, I always get comments in the video just saying, this method is superior, you should try this one. And I like my method, and if you like your method, that's awesome. But there are so many videos out there already showing people how to put in an invisible zip in many different ways. And that's why I don't put in videos, don't put in detailed instructions of putting in an invisible zip anymore, because I just got to the point where it was like, I know about these other methods, I like this method, this is how I do it, and I don't want to be told constantly that I'm doing it inferiorly to this other one and I should be doing this other method. So now I'll be like, I put in my invisible zip, and I'll show you how I do the top, because I do that differently, I think. And then I will link in the description down to the other methods that are available for the detailed step-by-step instructions. But I kind of feel like there's no point, if there's already brilliant videos out there, there's no point in me going over something that I don't think I can bring anything to. And like thinking about my niche, it is kind of just, you know, when I started doing the daily waffles, it was kind of making me the niche rather than the sewing content. And I'm much happier now that I've brought it back and that you very rarely see outside of the sewing room. and I'm still waffling at you and chatting away with you, but I am much happier now that we're doing it this way. But it also, I think, works better for you guys because a lot of people didn't like, the daily stuff where I wasn't sewing at all. They didn't like that. And that's fine. That's totally fine. I enjoy watching vlog channels. I enjoy watching other people's lives. I enjoyed that. So I brought that in as well. But it was one of those things where it's just like, I get it. And since we've moved, the kind of tone of it has changed. But I do think my niche is like, come and sew with me in my happy place, with a little bit of like, I've discovered this, let's share this technique kind of thing. So I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. Kim says, I'm wondering what you had already made from the Dinosaur Liberty Tana lawn, please. Mum, it was actually Mum bought it for my brother and has made a McCall's shirt with it, and there was some scraps left over, so I got them. Ellen says, the fabric's called Rumble and Raw, by the way. Ellen says, one thing I'm curious about is how you line a bodice and get a good finish along the zipper, and do you use many of the fancy machine feet? My goal for this year is to level up on precision. Oh, awesome. And I think that's another thing as well. Like, a lot of the comments that I was reading were people saying things along the lines of, I always felt like I had to do new stuff because I wanted to up my sewing. I wanted to learn new things, and I was thinking new patterns would help me do that. But I do totally think that you can refine on tried and true patterns. Like my first by hand London Anna next to my last by hand London Anna, markedly different. But yeah, when I will show you how I put in the top of the zipper, because that bit I do differently, I think. So I will show you how I do that. And like I say, and then I'm going to be doing a order of operations for sewing a fully lined top. So that video will be coming quite soon. Monica says, I can't imagine sewing for hours and not wearing what I make because I sewed to please someone else's taste. That would be a sad waste on all fronts. Love your channel. Appreciate you. Thank you, Monica. Yeah, no, I agree. Like I'm totally up for trying new things. Like I genuinely want to try all these patterns. I do appreciate that they are all fit and flare. I get that. I do get that. But it is also what I feel comfortable in. And I know that if I make more fitted pencil skirts, I just don't wear them. And then the A-line skirts I do wear occasionally, but I do feel more comfortable in floof. I like the floof. Sunny Sparkle says you'll be critiquing all their shoddy work. Oh no, definitely not. Paula says, please keep doing what you're doing. So inspiring. Oh, thank you, Paula. Nimue says, and headspace is really important. Sometimes you can deal with disasters and smile and shrug, and at other times it really throws you and kills you, your sojo. The world lately wasn't helpful. No, totally. I mean, like you said in the comment the other day, Nimue, about the camisole month, totally. And then also there was the Cape disaster last year, which could have been like utterly awful. But I managed to turn it into, I managed to see the funny side. I turned it into something that I love and wear frequently. So yeah, sewing fails that can be turned around into sewing wins is awesome. So Boho says, morning peeps, I love Cobra corsage, it's my absolute favourite. Snakes and bugs and rock and roll. Do you have any recommendations for posh pyjama loungewear? Want Cobra corsage PJ collection? Yes, by Hand London Carolyn pyjamas. My sister-in-law has, let me go to Big Bird's Instagram page, because my sister-in-law had the excess Cobra corsage that my mum had left over from making her dress, and Big Bird has made herself the Carolyn pyjamas with black piping, and oh my goodness, they are fabulous. I really like the Carolyn pyjamas. I've made one pair so far. I'm going to make more. Helen says, hello lovelies from Norfolk. I watch your channel to share your love of sewing. My personal style is quite different to yours, but the joy you share is so inspiring. I think it's good as well because, like, everything, if we all were the same, it'd be very dull. So I love that we all have personal style. And what I hope to bring to you guys is, as I say, inspiration and just kind of like my methods for picking things that work for me. And hopefully that translates over to you as well. And you can you know, apply those things to your own sewing. And even if, I mean, you may be way better at sewing than me, but hopefully you enjoy my company and kind of come and sit and chill with me. Like, you know, I am not trying to say I'm the best sewist ever, because I am not. I am not. I have so much to learn, and I am enjoying learning. But yeah, I definitely think my pace of new and experimental slowed down at the beginning of this year for sure. Maeve says, good morning, everyone. We have a motorbike race going on outside today, and so blocked in our house till this evening. So it's a sewing day for me with all of you for company. Oh, lovely. Well, I mean, not that you're blocked in, but nice. Thank you for joining us. Tristan said, good morning. Good morning. Have you watched any of the waffles now? Because I realised that you didn't realise what the waffles were. Anna says to Maeve, a sewing day sounds great. Karen says, good morning, everyone from Long Island, New York. Good morning. Julie says, I so enjoyed the vlogs, but again, I haven't been on YouTube regularly for about 4 months. Cecilia says, I wish to reach the level of self-awareness and confidence that you have to know what works for you and just move forward in is goals, honestly. Never apologize for not second guessing yourself. Oh, thank you, Cecilia. That's such a lovely comment. I think it's one of those things, like I've said, I always know that I'm technically overdressed for everything, but I always feel so happy in what I'm wearing, and happiness makes you look confident. And it's just like, you know what? It would be so, I was saying to Amy yesterday, it would be so easy for me to work from home and just wear, you know, t-shirts and jogging bottoms and do that. But then where would I wear everything? So I love wearing what I make. So Boho says, as someone who doesn't go out a lot, I really want a fabulous loungewear wardrobe, as this suits my lifestyle. There is no point sewing patterns that you won't wear. Keep sewing your favourites. Ooh, Dear and Do Sirocco in the French Terry secret PJs. I wore it out the other day after I'd made it, and I went to have my eyelashes done. So I'm looking like Bambi again, because they were looking very sparse before. Somebody asked if they were real. Thank you. No. Eyelash extensions, because I'm allergic to makeup, so everything's tattooed on or stuck on. I have no makeup on today. But yeah, I wore it out, and my the lady that does my eyelashes was like, oh my gosh, she said that looks so good. I'm like, thank you. She's like, is that D&G fabric? I was like, no, but it does look like it. She's like, oh. I was like, it's French Terry. And she's like, what's that? I said, sweatshirt fabric. And she's like, you're kidding. And so she touched it and she was like, oh my god. I was like, yeah, it's like secret pajamas. And I know not everyone loves that term, but I do. And it's just like, you look put together, but it's so comfy. So yes, Sirocco, that's a good comfy one for loungewear. Mim says, hello Sian, how are you? And hello everybody from very hot 36 degrees Frankfurt in Germany. We are currently at 24 degrees in here, which is lovely. Jenny says, hello from Eastbourne. I'm making roasted squash soup as I've injured my knee and can't sew. Hopefully next week. Oh, fingers crossed, Jenny. Get better soon and enjoy your roasted squash soup. Sounds very nice. Julie says to Mim, wow, 73 degrees in Frankfurt. You should come to Denmark for a vacation. It's only about 15 degrees here. Wow. And Julie says, wow, to Big Bird as well. Yeah, those are good pajamas. Jenny Pin says, morning peeps, got carried away doing tailor's tacks to mark the darts in the shift dress. New shape to me. I have to do it again as I'm fully lining it. Ooh, nice though. Nice though. I am totally going to have to get myself the Roscoe blouse because I keep looking at it and I really like it. Sal says, good day to Julie. So Boho says, ooh, love Big Bird's PJs. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? Julie says, hi to Sal. Anna says, I have the Closet Core Carolyn's on my to make list. Ooh, Anna, I can imagine that you would put together a really lovely fabric combination. Will it have birds on it or gingham or both? Do both. Oh, yes. Mim says to Julie, I will immediately. Rachel then says, good morning or good morning. Julie says to Mim, it is your time to vacay. Michelle says, love the interaction on this channel. You inspire my creativity, and Sian, personal style is just that. Rock your creations. Yeah, totally. Tristan says, now that I know the Daily Waffle is not you eating a waffle, I'm watching a lot of Daily Waffle. I've been really enjoying them. The tone does change very much from when we moved into this house to before. There was like the very, very early waffles. There was some that I'm just like, I'm thinking I might go back and take them down, but then maybe not. I don't know. Sue says, hi, Sian. Hello, welcome. Mim says, I made a short Sirocco jumper today because it's the only thing I could wear in the heat. 3 more to go. Nice. Sue says, have you done a sew along for the Sirocco? No, and you really don't need it. The pattern is really, really clear. The one thing that you need to be very conscious of is the right and wrong side of the fabric because of the way that they ask you to put the pleats together. So if you look at the instructions, they're asking you to look at the wrong side and put the pleat together that way so that it goes in a certain direction on the outside of the fabric of the garment. But they do have a key for that. The instructions are really, really good for that. I haven't asked Deer and Doe if it would be okay for me to do a sew along with their patterns. I might give them an email and see, because a lot of people have been asking for the Les-on trench coat as well. So possibly. Christine says, I love that you wear your dresses every day. Me too, it makes me happy. Nimue says, I actually like that you don't jump on every hyped pattern. The sewing community can be as bad about that as fast fashion, and the peer pressure is real. You doing you is refreshing and relaxing. Yeah, I like a lot of them that come out, but a lot of them just aren't for me. So, and I like seeing other people make them. And again, that's the thing. I enjoy other people's styles and seeing what other people come up with, but I might not necessarily want to make the things that they wear. Cecilia says, question, have you seen anything from the designer Louisa Beccaria? I haven't. Are they on? That name doesn't ring any bells. Let's have a look. Louisa Beccaria. Fashion brand. There we go. Ooh, pretty. Very pretty. Shall follow. Thank you. Very. Oh, Erdem. Yes. Let's follow Erdem as well because I like them. Very kind of Zimmerman, Rixo. Yeah, I like those. Thank you for the recommendation. Pin says, I wore my beach pajamas to walk to work on Thursday and got asked if I was going out after work. I happily said no, I'm just extra. Nice. I love the beach pajamas. Oh, beach pajamas. That's another good one for loungewear. Yes. Slightly more slinky loungewear, but yes, that's a good one. Kim says, every jacket or coat you have made really leaves me speechless. You're incredibly talented and they really look store-bought. Turning the cape last year into that jacket was a brilliant on a few fronts. Oh, thank you so much, Kim. That's so lovely of you. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy coat making. I have a lot of coats. I have a lot of fabric for more coats. I need to not buy any more fabric for more coats because I have so many, but I really enjoy it. And I'm so glad that you found that cape to jacket video fun. Michelle says, today I'm trying a new recipe, vegan fried chicken made from oyster mushrooms. It's really delicious. The kids have given it a thumbs up. Ooh, nice. Mim says to Julie, what do you mean with vacation? Yes, vacay means vacation. Nimue says, I'm off for lunch. Hope you're all still here later. We won't be, Nimue. We're going to the cinema soon. We're only going till about 12:45 today. That's why we're doing a slightly earlier start. Julie says, yes, she means vacation to Mim. So Boho says, embarrassing questions. Jumpsuits and peeing. Is it a problem? It's just one of those things. It's one of those things. You have to just be like, you know what? I'm going to have to get pretty much naked to pee in this situation. It's just one of those things. So, you know, there's a cartoon meme about it. It's like, I feel so wonderful, and like this girl's in her jumpsuit, and I feel so wonderful and summery and la la la, and then she's sitting on the bathroom like basically naked, just like. So yeah. Rachel Lynn says, one of your earlier videos showed up on my stream the other day, and I was like, ooh, Baby Sean. Oh, was it the 50 facts about me? I know somebody commented on that and said Baby Sean, but yeah. Anna says the Carolines will no doubt have birds on, and I have set aside a bunch of time ago the Savannah print and Cobra Corsage. Oh, Savannah PJs. Yes. What colour piping are you going to use for Savannah PJs? Peach, the corally peach colour that's in the, oh, Anna, they're going to be good. Julie says ciao to Nimue. Sue says, oh, fab, thank you. So, boohoo, good question. Kathleen says, choose your washroom wisely. Yes. Mim says to Julie, this year I want to go to Greece, but been in Denmark and liked it a lot. Anna says, the reason I've not made the carolines in both those fabric shades is because I do not want to stuff her up for the pretty fabrics. Oh yeah, you definitely need a wearable muslin fodder first, for sure. Karen says, hi Peeps. Hi Karen, it's lovely to see you. It's been a very long time. How are you? Gin and Pin says, my 7th Roscoe is cut out. I've done a couple of dress variations. Some are French seam, some overlocked, and one fully hand sewn. The maxi is a bit overwhelming on me, but then I'm short. But I love that you've taken this pattern that you know you love and you've done all these different variations with it. Fox 3D says, hello Peeps. Hello. Mim says, Sian, can you make a sew along for a coat in winter perhaps? Maybe. I haven't done a properly tailored coat as yet because I am not an expert and I wanted to try my hand at tailoring, and I did a couple of years ago, a couple of Christmases ago, and I have some more that I want to make, so maybe. Julie says to Mim, were you in Blavant? It's beautiful out there. Rachel Lynn says, it was the 50 random facts about me. Yes, I remember the comment. Thank you, Rachel Lynn. Cecilia says, Beccaria's runway stills on Pinterest give me so much inspiration. 2014 to 16 are very fairy tale vibe. Need to have a look at those. Thank you for the recommendation. Sue says, I was thinking more along the lines if the jumpsuit easy to pull down and use. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I could not wear clothes that were I would not. That's one of the things about me is if my clothing becomes problematic, then it just stays in the cupboard and I never put it on because it's just like, well, no, I remember wearing that. It was a nightmare. No. The Sirocco, very easy to get on and off. Yeah, 100%. Sal says the peeing thing is why I will never make a full-on armor cosplay. Kind of, yeah. Mim says to Julie, I don't know anymore. We did a road trip, but it's years ago. Anna says possibly a turquoise piping. Ooh, that could be pretty. Yeah, because some of the birds have turquoise in their wings, don't they? That would look really nice. Lynn says, I'm searching for style silhouette still. When I understand your style as celebrating lovely fabric, I want to be a bit edgy and a bit extra, combining Marlene Dietrich and Iris Apfel, a challenge. Ooh, but very cool. Again, Lynn, I know I keep banging on about it, but the curator closet was a really interesting and thought-provoking exercise. I really enjoyed it. So if it's something that you think you might enjoy, have a look and yeah. I mean, technically you don't have to buy the book; you can just buy the workshop. But I think it could be quite an interesting one for you because what they ask you to do is exactly what you've just done. They're like, you know, name your style, find it, like your preppy 70s boho, you know, they ask you to put all these things together and name your actual style. So yeah, that could that I think you might enjoy that workshop. Julie says to Sal, you can modify it to have an opening for you to go. And Julie says to Mim, okay. And Julie says, beautiful pronunciation, Shana. No way, I actually did it good. Okay, I'm not going to try again, but yay. Sue says, fab, thanks. Mim says, it doesn't have to be a tailor coat, just the way and how you do a coat. That would help a lot. That is much more a possibility, but I am planning on doing some tailor coats this autumn winter. So yeah. Jenny Pin says, my Sojo is back with a vengeance. I'm finally going to attempt the number 2 style arc pattern this week. Need more summer dresses. Ooh, good luck. Diana says, good morning, Peeps and Sian. Finally made it to alive. It's 6 a.m. here in Louisiana, USA. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Ellen says, thanks. I'll definitely have a look. I loved it, Ellen. So it might you might enjoy it. I like that kind of stuff though. I like the excuse to kind of like, you know, like do worksheets and look on Pinterest and play with fabric. So yeah. Julie says, I have troubles getting rid of my clothes because what if I'll need it? Yeah, I used to be very much the same. Monica says, I've made 3 McCall's 7969 because those huge sleeves give me life. I'm making my last one maxi length and have now retrieved the term Mrs. Roper's dress and understand the crazy 70s style. Nice. Julie says, you did good saying the special Danish letters. Very hard. Oh, good. I'm not going to try it again, but awesome. Ellen says, I'm waiting for new colours for my printer so I could try Gertie's PJs. Just need to decide which fabric to do them in. Nice, nice. Right. Gosh, I've been waffling at you for so long, haven't I? And I've only been through 2 cubby holes of patterns. Let's have a look at some more. Okay, so we've got the McCall's 7925. Again, button up. Ruffly. I do really like this one, but not enough that I wanted to give it a try now. McCall's 7949. Love this. I don't know if I could actually wear it though because of the little keyhole in the front. So that one would take a lot more kind of work to get that one to be one that I try. McCall's 7805. I absolutely adore this one. I think it's gorgeous. I also know that I absolutely hate those things that go over your arms. I absolutely hate them, which is so sad because that's, you know, I think if I made this, which I probably will at some point, it will be for a very specific kind of like event where I don't need to raise my arms up. But I do like this dress a lot. The 6696. I actually nearly put one of those on this morning, but it's one of the ones that I made when I was a little bit skinnier, and whilst it fit, the button plackets were kind of just coming apart a little bit, and I was like, this is actually comfortable now, but I've not eaten anything yet today, so I'm going to put it on later. But I do love the 6696. My very first sew on that I ever did. Let's see. Julia says, well, Northern letters. Sue says, ooh, and Rachelyn says, what are we doing this morning? We're having a look through my pattern stash and kind of trying to pick out some new patterns that I haven't made yet. So we've got the 6891, another 6696, so we can put that one over. We know I like this one. 3 of those so far. There will be more. McCall's 8104, which is the Dawn dress. I really like that. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. Yes. McCall's 7996. I do like this one as well, but I do think this is much more autumn winter. It's got lots of really nice yoke details and stuff on that one. So that one, and this one I would put the patch pockets on, so that one could go down there. McCall's 7682 is again kind of like the Rita dress. It's got an elasticated waist, so it's very similar in construction and style to this one, but it does have the collar on it. So I'm going to put this one to the side because I do want to try this one. Ooh, this one I'm going to keep. Right, so this is McCall's 7623, and I said that this would look very much like a Zimmerman dress. This one in particular, so it's got the fitted pieces over the hips, and then this handkerchief hem, which I'm not a huge fan of hanky hems, so I probably would even that out to be a full circle skirt. But this is more fitted over the hips, so that is something different for me. So I am going to keep that one out. Oh dear. Oh dear. This one might have competition. The Gia, McCall's 8083. Oh. I do really like this one. But it has got a waist seam, and this one doesn't have a waist seam, which is the difference. So let's put that one in. We'll put, oh, and I have 2 of these. That's awesome. Okay, so let's put that to the side. McCall's 8177, the Ashley dress. I absolutely adore this one. So yeah, that can go in there. Definitely want to make that one up. McCall's 0469. It's a Mary Fonz shirt dress. It's nice. It's princess seams. But it's not one that I'm going to want to do immediately. This one is the 7084, which again, I really like. Princess seamed collar, godets in the skirt, very much like the Russian doll skirts. I do like this one. but I'm going to put it to the side. McCall's 7950. Love this. Also have no idea how I would wear these versions. So that one can go to the side. McCall's 8033, which is the Sophia dress. Really like that, but again, very similar to a couple of the other ones I've got in there. And then the 7974, which we all know I love and I have made a lot of, so I'm going to move on to a different one. But there is going to be one of these coming in the autumn winter with a border print that I have because I think it's going to look awesome. That's all the button-up dresses and wrap dresses. How are we doing so far? I've got to keep an eye on the time as well because I cannot be late today. So we've got the 8177, which is very similar to a dress that I did make last year. But I really want to give that one a try because it is a very pretty dress. Then we've got the 8104, which is Empire line, but I do think it will be fitted over the waist. And I do think what I will do is put in some waist ties so that I can just cinch it at the back a little bit. So yeah, that one. 7623. So again, shirt dress, which I love, but it has got that fitted yoke over the hips. So I think that could be quite interesting. Simplicity 9040. I do really like this one. It would be this version that I would make. I do think it's very similar to this one, which is the Nicola from Sewaholic, and I definitely want to make this one. So this one might not get made. And then the wrap dresses, the 5030 and the faux wrap dress, which is the 7081. Love both of those. So I think those would be something that I would like to try and do. Let's catch up with chat. Let's see. Sue says McCall's 8177 is nice. Is that one of the ones that I've picked out? Yes. I love the 8177. I think it's a very pretty dress. Ashley, the Ashley dress. Really like that one. Tristan says 6696 is how I found you. Oh, cool. Alison says good morning or night here. Sian and Peeps from a really cold Bendigo. Sian, how's Tiana today? Very well, thank you. Very well. Rachel then says 8104 is cute. It is. I think it's going to. I think that's going to be quite an interesting one. It's going to be interesting to see how I like it and which version of it I would make. Probably I'm going to end up making this version because I do like the ruffles, but I think the sleeves are a little bit big on that one. A little bit overwhelming. Let's see. Sue says 8014 pattern instructions are wrong at stage 23. Be warned. Okay, interesting. Thank you for that. Rachel then says 8104 is cute. Sue said, I've read that one. Kathleen says those strap thingies look a bit wide. Maybe spaghetti straps? Probably not, because spaghetti straps mean that my bra straps show even more. I prefer slightly wider straps that hide my bra. Sue says I struggled to find a good sew along for the 8104, so would love to see that one done. Mine turned out okay-ish. Ah, okay, cool, thank you. Sue says made the 8177 easy and lovely. Excellent. Kathleen says the Ashley dress is precious. Yeah, I do like that one. Sal says good day to Alison. Mim says, what do you think of the 9286? Want to give it a try? Let's see. Which one is it? Simplicity 9286. Ooh, nice. The Gertie pattern, right? Yeah, that's nice. I think I have that one. Definitely give it a go. Sure, for sure. Alison says to Sal, hi Sal, how are you? Is it cold where you are like it is down here in Bendigo? Gay says, if you think about it, most patterns are the same, just different sleeves, similar bodices and skirts. Once you find your style, you can just change things on a master pattern. Yeah, definitely. And I also do really want to give making my own blocks a go. I might make more pencil skirts if I had a block. I'm not guaranteeing it though, because as I say, I don't feel quite so comfortable wearing them. Yeah, no, Gay, you're completely correct. Completely correct. Cecilia says, do you have any dresses you like that don't have zips but has elastic in the back? Do you mean like a sheared panel, or like a gathered at the waist only? Bree says, hello, hi, welcome. Alison says, Butterick 5030 has bad reviews on Pattern Review. Interesting. I know Emily Hallman's made it a couple of times, which is how it came across my radar. So I'll have to have a look at those. Thank you, Alison. Kathleen says to Gay, I wish I'd known when I started sewing. Now I use a few patterns and modify the heck out of them. Yeah. Bree says, I'm late to the wrap dresses. I'm looking for tips on the best ones. I have made a few. My favorite is the Eve. Yeah. Sal says to Alison, I'm great. I'm still warm from wearing my cosplay all day, but I had a lot of layers. Julie says, I think I'll need to make leggings to wear under dresses and skirts. I need to get to making some leggings soon. Elena says, do you have McCall's pattern 7184? Maybe. No, I don't. I do have a vintage pattern that's similar though. It's like a suspender, a skirt with a high waist and suspender. Yeah, no, I've got some similar vintage patterns, but I don't actually own that one, and that's why I didn't buy that one, because I do like it, but because I have patterns already that are very similar. Alison says to Sal, do you have a photo of you in cosplay outfit? If you do, please can you put it on the Facebook page? Anna says, I have the Butterick 5030. Julie says, remember to like the stream. Oh yes, it's 146 of us and 67 likes. How are we doing for time? We're doing okay for time. Alison says, Sean, one of the patterns that I will be sending you could make that. It is the Butterick pattern. Sorry, I haven't sent your parcel of goodies yet. No worries. Moran says, hi, what about the 7969? It's not your style, but it was popular lately. That's probably why I've not made it. Let's have a look. 7969. Is that right? 7969. Go. Oh, I have that one. I do have that one. It's this pattern. Yeah, Minerva Crafts are giving it away for free, I think, weren't they? The PDF. I do have that one. You're right. It's not really my style. I did buy it. I can see myself making it. It does have the faux crossover wrap at the front, which is not my favorite for finishing on the inside. But it looks like it's also not fully lined. So possibly. I think I'd rather do the French Poetry Pleiades dresses though. But I do have it. Ellen says, I have this dream of sewing bras with fabric scraps to match individual dresses and their spaghetti straps. Everything is possible when we sew. Yeah, no, I want to do that too. Sal says, there is a pic up there, me holding Thor's hammer, but we'll be putting more up tomorrow after work. Very cool. Mim says, I made the Butterick 5030 and I really like it. Helen says, McCall's 8104 is a lovely dress, but I had to give the one that I made to my daughter as a fit over the hips is very snug. Ooh, good to know. Jen Pin says, Style Arc Sydney is the new shape to me. Cocoon shape, but I think it looks very sophisticated. Ooh, interesting. Alison says, my chapter of the Australian Guild have a block pattern, which they also. We have a sure fit. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I don't know where that came from. We have Sure Fit, which the lady who invented it lives here in Bendigo. Oh, cool. Julie says, oh, okay, got my birthday present from my family yesterday. Nice. What did you get? You got a new serger. Very cool. Very cool. Alison says, I will send you a link through Facebook Messenger. Thank you. Elena says, could you possibly do it up sometimes? Uptime. Which one? Elena, which one did you ask about? 7184. Oh. Possibly the sort of suspenders with the skirt, possibly. It's kind of not super my thing at the moment, but I can see using the top of the pattern to put onto some trousers like the Swedish design, Emmy Design Sweden trousers. Possibly, Elena, possibly. Cecilia says either shirred or gathers. I've found that fitted but flexible works and knits ends up too clingy. I have never done shearing, Cecilia, but I have bought whoopsie. I have bought lots of different coloured shearing elastics to give it a try. So I need to do that and actually give it a try. And I will, because I have a plan for a dress. Read that one. Alison says, I love style arc patterns to gin and pins. Sarah says, I butch cut out 4 dresses yesterday. Today is my only day off, so we're going to play the game of how much can I get done before I crawl into bed. Good luck with that, Sarah. Rachel then says, what movie are you going to see? I'm taking Mum and Dad to see Top Gun Maverick because Dad needs to see that at the cinema. Let's see. Sue says 8104. 8104 does gape too much. Ooh, interesting. It's going to be interesting making that one up. Sal says, Ewan came from your body thinking you're not breathing correctly. Nimoy says, I'm back and the sun is trying to come out. Nice. Welcome back, Nimoy. Marissa says, shearing is so addictive. Haha. Once you do one garment, you want to add it to everything. Fun. Sarah says, seeing your gorgeous recent recreate the look Magnolia makes was the makes me want the pattern so bad. Love the sleeves. I actually smooshed on sleeves from a different pattern for the maxi dress with the long sleeves. But yeah, the short flutter sleeves are gorgeous. Rachel then says, for shearing dresses, I love the Love Notions tempo dress, perfect summer dress. Nice. Mim says 8014 looks also like a nice button-up dress. Does anybody made it? I think quite a few people have, and they're saying that there's a few tweaks that need to be made to it. Kim says, are you seeing Top Gun for the 3rd time? No judgment. 4th. I went to see it for the 3rd time on Thursday. Alison says, I bought the ballad blouse from the Love Notions that features shearing. Don't be scared of shearing. Gutterman now have shearing elastic in an array of colours. Yep, that's what my ones are, Gutterman. Nimoy says, I don't like shearing. I think it's terribly itchy, but my skin is ridiculous like that. Ooh, good point. I do wear slips though, so fingers crossed that'll be okay. Alison says, Style Hug has a new dress pattern called the Trini dress. You would really like that, Shan. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. I am trying to be good and not buy new patterns and fabric at the moment though. Right, okay. Let's do what? Oh. One of my cards is making a bid for freedom. Freedom. Okay. Let's have a look. So we've got my Vogue 2745 pattern, which is gorgeous, but it is only for up to a size 12, so it's probably going to be too small for me. But that is very pretty. Close fitting bias pullover flared dress below mid knee at centre back, has lingerie straps, side inserts and shaped hemline. Close fitting, I do like that, but maybe not quite yet. Donna Karen, also another really nice one, but not one that I'm going to attempt because again it only goes up to a size 10, so it's going to be way too small for me. This is gorgeous, but it's a winter weight pattern. It would be this one that I would want to make. This one has got, again, it's very fit and flare though, but it does have a waistband on it. So maybe that one. Now this was part of a challenge last year, wasn't it? Make a yellow dress. And that is really pretty. Ooh, I think that one's going to go in the maybe pile as well. I have actually made the bodice of this one. Need to tweak it a bit more, but I like that. That one's very cool, but it's very similar to a lot of the stuff that I am already doing. I love this one. I need to find the right fabric for this one. And also I need to get over my fear of overlocking the inside of it because of how it's put together. I don't think I can French seam it unless I fully line it, but I'm not sure that that's either an option either. This one though, the Trend Patterns bias cut dress, I do really want to make that one. I need to find the right fabric for this one though, but I do want to make this one. Again, it's sort of a variation on fit and flare, but it is very, very nice. So I think I'm going to keep this one out and put this one back because this is very similar. This one is very similar to this one. So I'm going to put this one back, but I will keep this one out because I think this could be interesting. So all my deer and doe patterns that aren't in my Make 9 are over there. Let's do these. Let's see. Sal says Sean has the need for speed in the danger zone. Yes. Elena says the Top Gun movie might be pulled out from theatres. Oh, any particular reason? Rotten Ralph says, I've been here, but I'm still trying to wake up. I've been digging through my vintage patterns to choose my next project. You guys have enabled my pattern diction. Awesome. Alison says, you can increase the size of paper patterns. Yes, I know. Yeah, like the less work that I have to do, the more likely I am to try a new size, a new style. Monica says, I treated myself to some leafy crepe fabric yesterday, and now you have reminded me about the 7925 UD versus 7801 VC. Let us know which one you go for. Mim says, my machine doesn't do shearing. I guess it's time for a new one. Yes, that seems perfectly reasonable. I think you should get a new one. Alison says the Vogue pattern with the yellow dress had a lot of favourable reviews on Pattern Review. Nice. Yeah, there was a challenge going around about it last year, so I know a lot of people made it up. Marissa says, wow, that long sleeve trend pattern dress is so cool. It's very cool. And I've seen it in real life at the shows and it's just like very, very cool. But the insides do need to be overlocked. And I don't like that. So yeah. Helen says, Vogue 1672 for the win. It's fabulous dress. Got me so many compliments. Oh, is that the other one? Yes. Kim says, just looked up the local times for Top Gun. Looking forward to seeing it. Nice. Ellen says, have you ever added boning to a pattern to improve fit? I'm wondering whether that's a way to level up. Might have been seeing too much sewing bee this week. Flat out with the flu. Oh, you poor thing. I haven't added boning because I haven't needed to. The coat that I'm making or wanting to make, I might need to add boning to that, but it's never been something that I've needed to do as yet, but it is something that I will be doing soon because I have got a couple of projects that will need it. Bree says, why is that to Elena? Oh, wow. Elena says they're having copyright issues. Their rights ended in 2020 and now it's in litigation. Yeah, because it was held back because they wanted it to be put out out on the big screen, which obviously couldn't happen over the last couple of years. Interesting. Jen and Pin says, I've been put off Style Arc due to lack of instructions, but I think I've got to handle on the techniques needed for both the dresses. One fully lined bodice and the other inseam pockets in the front seams. Yeah, I need to get over my I fear Style Arc and actually get those done, don't I? Kathleen says to Helen, so happy to hear that. It's lovely to receive a compliment on the things that you make yourself, definitely. Monica says, just watched Jurassic Park last night as a pre-Father's Day gift for hubby. It was great. Would love to watch Top Gun. It looks fantastic. Oh, it's so good. So good. Rotten Ralph says to Lynn, I have seen it done for very structural bodices to hold shape in couture. Yes. Yeah, if I was making a strapless dress as well, definitely would think about adding in some boning. I know the Rosie dress, it wants 1.3 meters of 8mm boning for the Rosie dress, actually. So yes. Right, so the Betty dress, I've actually never made this for myself. Can you believe that? I have all the extensions as well. I have never made this, but this is very definitely a fit and flare, so we're going for something different. The 1940s tea dress. I am going to put that to the side because I think that could be an interesting one to try and play around with. The Rosie dress, I definitely want to make. I think I'm going to use my Dolce & Gabbana fabric for this one. The Victory Patterns Anouk. I want to make the blouse version of this. I think I do like it, but not for right now. The Victory Patterns Simone dress. I actually bought this to make for somebody else. Might use it as a beach cover-up or like a by the pool kind of cover-up kind of thing. But it does have a racer back style, so I wouldn't be able to wear a bra with it easily. So not something that would be made super soon. Sewaholic Canby dress. I have tried this one. I need to make another muslin for the bodice, but again, it's fit and flare, so we know that I like that. We've got the Simplicity 1606. Again, a fit and flare dress, so new. Simplicity 9041. Faux wrap front with elasticated waist and ties. It's nice, but I do prefer the other Simplicity one that I've got out. Simplicity 8167, again, fit and flare, so no. It's another fit and flare, the 8691. Simplicity 2917, again, very cute, but probably I've got the Sweetheart So La Di Da dress. Then we've got Simplicity 2588, which I've made for my neighbour. I really like that one. And then the 1803, which has got the little cutout at the front, which I always think I'm going to like, but then never do when I make them. So, and again, mostly fit and flare, which is not a surprise. But I have kept out the 1940s tea dress because I do think that that is going to look pretty cool on me. I really like my Vogue Butterick 5951. I'm going to cheat a little bit and go over to my McCall patterns. And then we're getting to the point where we're nearly done for the day. Okay, 7974, I've made it, love it. 8167, made it, love it. 7537, made it and love it. 8196, haven't made that one, do like it, but it's very similar to a lot of the other ones that I've made. 8089, I know Rachel's made this one and loved it. It is incredibly short. I would want to make this a lot longer, so no. 8092, very, very similar to the 8167 in kind of trapezoid shape, so no. 8195, I like that one. I do like that one. Yeah, that one can go in the maybe pile. This one I love, but it's going to be a very autumn winter appropriate dress. 8239. McCall's 5094. It's very similar to that one that I've just put to the side. 7946 is a learned sew with elasticated. No, I like it, but no. This one 7952 I love. I think it's gorgeous, but it is backless. So this one would be made out of like a corduroy or something to be worn over shirts and things like that. I do really like this one though. 7500. I love this. I think it's very Zimmerman-esque. I might put that into the, yeah. We've got 7992. It's a Laura Ashley pattern. Again, elasticated waist. I would make it longer. I do like that, but it's very similar to the Wrigley's dress. Then we've got 7972. It's another Laura Ashley one. D is my favorite with the front split up. I do like the one with the ruffles, but I think the ruffles on my chest might be a bit much, so no. And then 7971, I've made it and I love it, and I've just fixed it. This is the one that I put the buttonholes and buttons into the back. Want to make that one again. They're mainly fit and flare. I'm sorry guys, but yeah. Yeah, how are we doing for time? 12:45. We are done for time. So let me catch up with the comments. Let me quickly catch up with the comments and then we can call it a day. Let's see. Alison says, Gin and Pin starlight patterns are really designed for sewers that have industry experience. Marissa says, I had so much trouble with one of the starlight patterns, but I think they have started doing videos for all their patterns. Nice. Julie says, my husband just came home from the stream, so I'm off for a while. Thank you for joining us, Julie. Cecilia says, just played Bob and Roulette and won. Woohoo, always good. Elena says, if you want to know more, channel Hoeg Law have made an extremely good breakout of the Top Gun issue. Cool, thank you. Bree says, bye to Julie. I love Emily D. Baker. Yes, me too. Started watching her in 2020. Gin and Pin says, did you ever make the Mrs. Depew ball gown? I made a muslin for it and hated it. Gin and Pin says, bye. Elena says to Bree, Emily is the queen. Yes, I love Emily. Bree says to Elena, totally agree. All the facts, not the Bree. Laurel says, good morning all. Just popping in to say hi from my mother-in-law's house in Texas. Hi, Laurel. Rotten Ralph says, hello, fellow law nerds. Yep, I'm a law nerd too. Anna says, I've got the 7952. Nice. Alison says, gee, I have a lot of those patterns that you are showing. I like that. I've made a lot of those ones as well. And Ralph says, now I'm re-inspired to buy the McCall's Wednesday Addams dress. You know what I mean? Yes. Oh, totally. Totally. And I'm planning on doing something very Wednesday Addams with it. It'll probably be featured in October Geek Month. So actually, that's what we could do. If I haven't got any sewing to do next Sunday, that's what we could do, is put together my geek collection, get out all my geek fabrics and put together those. What do you think? Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the waffle today. Thank you again for all the very thoughtful, insightful comments on the video the other day. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with me and just being in my happy place with me. It's very much appreciated. So I'm going to take Dad out to the cinema, and I will see you guys next Sunday for a hangout, but then obviously on Tuesday for the waffle as well. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I shall see you all very soon. Bye.